Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Taylor.
And I'm Dr. Christy Porterfield with HealthWorks, a family wellness center in Plano, Texas. And as it is getting summertime in Texas, we are talking about sun health and sunburns.
Yes. So as we slowly creep up to the triple digits here in Texas, we need to figure out not only how to prevent, but also should sunburn occur, how to treat it to where it can just resolve wonderfully.
So in talking about sun and sunburn, one of the first things that we need to address is vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know that vitamin D is linked like this to whether you sunburn or don't sunburn?
Yeah, most people don't know this. There's actually a process in the body that, because you probably heard that sunshine is the vitamin D creator in our body. I mean, we really need sunshine to create this, very
important hormone vitamin.
Yes, it's so important that our body uses the sun to manufacture it in our body. So when you get sun, you're out at the pool or out at Six Flags or something like that, your skin gets sunshine. It starts turning into vitamin D in your body, and as you get enough vitamin D, that system gets turned off and melatonin gets turned on. So if you're sufficient in vitamin D, you get a tan. That's what melatonin does. It actually changes that skin structure. It actually helps release that tan, that glow, that summer glow we all want.
Yeah. However, if you're one of those people that burns very easily, or every time you go out you get another burn, that's your body telling you that it's trying to just absorb all that vitamin D. It's trying not to turn off the receptors so that it continues to get more vitamin D, because you're just really low. It's a warning sign that you're too low in vitamin D.
Absolutely. So what do you do if you're low in vitamin D? Well, first of all, it's really important to get the blood work done first. You really need to know where you're at. Are you severely deficient? Are you moderately? Where are you at this point in time? That way, as functional nutritionists, as what we do here at HealthWorks, we'll be able to give you the best recommendation as to how much you need to take. You don't want to take too little, but you also don't want to take too much.
Yeah, absolutely. And so there have been studies that suggest that dietary sources of vitamin D alone are not enough. Mm-hmm. So while we're going to talk about this great product that can help bring up your vitamin D level, and if you are deficient, you should take it, you also don't want to completely eliminate sunshine either, because your body does require that to manufacture vitamin D. To fully get your levels up, you want some sunshine.
And for those of you too, just an aside here, for those of you that are on statins right now, or cholesterol lowering medications, the lower your cholesterol goes, and while you're on these medications, the harder it is for your body to absorb vitamin D from the sun, or really even from a supplement. So it's really important to talk to your doctor and always monitor your vitamin D levels, because you'll probably have to take just a little bit more.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about how we got so deficient in the first place. So we've been taught for many, many years about sun safety and sun health, that we should avoid the sun and always wear sunscreen. And that's just one side of the equation. It is true that overexposure to the sun does lead to skin cancers. However, the other side of that equation is that low vitamin D levels are linked to bigger, badder cancers like colon cancer or breast cancer.
Metastatic, where it just goes all through the entire body.
Yes. So it is important to get some level of sun exposure. Now, being safe in the sun would be the way to go with it. That's how to balance that equation out. So you want to make sure that you are, if you might be vitamin D deficient, you might burn. You want to be especially careful. Maybe get your sun in the early morning or the late evening when the rays aren't as intense. You want to make sure that you get the sun on your abdomen. That's where you're going to get the most benefit from gaining vitamin D from the sun. And then over time, you can build up a little bit more and more, trying not to ever burn. The burn is where the problem really comes in with skin cancers.
Yeah, it's slow exposure, small exposures over a course of time. You know, many of us were inside all day long at our jobs, in our cube, on our computers, and then we go on a cruise to Cancun and we expose ourselves all day, 24 hours a day, and then we get burned. And that's where the damage can really occur.
Yeah.
So it's that slow exposure over a period of time, which is not only going to get your vitamin D levels up, but also give you that glow that is your natural, melatonin is your natural sunscreen.
Yeah. And so if you are going to be in a situation where you know you're probably vitamin D deficient, probably will burn, haven't built that up over any period of time, and you're going to be on that cruise, then that would be an appropriate time to wear sunscreen. And there are some sunscreens that are better than others. EWG.org, the Environmental Working Group, puts out a sunscreen report every year where they rank sunscreens according to how natural or toxic they are. And some sunscreens can have a lot of junk in them that you probably don't want to put on
that
your
actually
skin.
cause cancer.
Yeah, so avoid those. And there are tons of brands that have really great sunscreens that are non-toxic and that you can get at common places like, you know, your drugstore or your big box store. So you just want to choose appropriately.
Yes.
And if you do get burned, we have a couple of products that you'll want to know about. So the first one is a homeopathic remedy called My Pain Away After Burn Cream. And we really, really love this company. They have a lot of products that we use with our patients here at HealthWorks for pain and tissue healing. And this particular one is formulated for after sun. So if you get anywhere from a little burn to a lot of burn, this cream is something to have already on hand at home in your medicine cabinet to put onto your skin.
And to take it a little bit further, we have lavender. Lavender is so soothing and healing to the skin that just you can actually mix these two products together, and especially for those really, there was a situation once where Dr. Christie's son got severely burned.
That little guy, he was in 6th grade and went on a school field trip and got so burned. He came home with blisters that were this big. I mean, it was a severe burn. And we used we didn't have this afterburn cream at the time. And this was
years
10, 12 years ago. But we did have lavender oil, and I used that in combination with our cold laser system that if you're familiar with HealthWorks here, you've seen our cold laser system, our Konia cold laser. And I used the lavender oil and the cold laser, and within a 2 days time period, his skin looked completely normal again.
Yeah, and this was 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah, and I have some pictures. I would love to share them with you if you would like to see them. The first ones are a little bit grotesque, but it was amazing how much using this and the cold laser healed his skin in a couple days time.
Yeah, so really prevention with, hopefully that type of burn doesn't happen to you, but this after burn cream I think would really negate some of that from actually getting to that point, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to summarize what we talked about today, the sun is important. You need to be in the sun. If you find yourself burning, it is a warning sign that you are low in vitamin D, and you should get your vitamin D levels taken. If you need to increase your vitamin D, this Thorne vitamin D K2 is available here at the office. It's in drop form. The absorption really goes up with the K2 edition. And then if you do get burned, we have our after burn cream, our lavender oil, and if you're local to us here in Plano, Texas, our Arconia cold lasers, which can really help to take care of a burn very quickly. So stay safe in the sun, keep your vitamin D levels up, and have a great summer.
Great summer.